So in this video here, I'm going to talk about my dump trailer, and I'm going to give some warnings out there. Whoever's purchasing a trailer, whatever, make sure you check it out good, all that kind of stuff. I don't care if it's used or brand new. So in this situation right now, I have a load of stone on here, about 3 3/4 ton, 3.5 tons, something like that, and was having problems with this. This is my last load here. I already used some of it, got some more. And basically it wouldn't lift it. So did some work to it, had some issues. This dump trailer is about 5 years old now, and there you can see the pump. You can possibly see the name in there. I'm not bad mouthing, nothing like that. I used it, what can I say? So I'm gonna see if it'll dump. Had it to a friend of mine who has a hydraulic shop, went through some things. We're going to see if it dumps, and it'll be the result of the repair I did. I did not video that, just some simple welding and trussing, because I found another issue in this dump trailer. That's why this video is basically going to be buyer or beware. All right, let's see if I can open this tailgate here one-handed. Do like this dump trailer. It's the first one I've ever owned. Like anything you use, you gotta sometimes work on them while you use them. There has been a couple things. I even had a rant video when I hauled stone before. Had to do some repair on it because when the latch broke, and it is what it is. And no, nobody contacted me, to offer any help. Sorry for the fingers in the camera. A lot of sun today, pretty hot out for the end of July. All right, got the tailgate open. Let's see if this thing will dump, and then I'll go through what I did to it. And again, buyer beware video, just so you're aware in some of the things that are sold out there and what's going on. So let's get this up in the air. And success, it is lifting it. Very happy about that. That saves my back, what can I say? All right, let's move it forward. All right, very nice. That dumped it off. We'll have to sweep that out. So let's get to what happened. So this came with a different cylinder than that's on there right now. And forgive me, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Wow, that's terrible. Anyway, so bottom line is we replaced the cylinder. That is a brand new cylinder from my hydraulic shop. I have a video posted on here redoing the seal on the other seal. And this one came from my hydraulic shop. I think it's a McAllister, I believe. Same piston design, but it's bigger and designed to lift a little heavier. And as you just saw, it just lifted 3 3/4 ton really with no problem. To go and talk about KTI, was on the phone with them a couple of times, got some pointers and stuff what to do with that. With that said, as you just saw, it just lifted this with no problem, but the pump would just sit here and just run. It wouldn't do, basically it wouldn't lift, it wouldn't do nothing, and basically that was it. So with instructions from KTI themselves, the task is to measure this. Well, I can't measure 3,000 PSI. This thing is actually, as you can see, rated at 2,500, and I do believe when he checked this, it was around 2,900 to 3,000 PSI. So this thing was putting out properly what it should be, because I'll be honest with you, I was just going to go ahead and buy a pump. Well, here it turns out that wasn't the problem. The original cylinder that was in here that came originally from the dump trailer, with the dump trailer, was made in China. No surprise these days. And it lacked to me quality, very big time quality. So there's some other things here I'm going to talk about too in this. You'll see there's extra hydraulic line here too. So anyway, that cylinder, it started leaking for me. I did a video on that, replacing the cylinder in it. It was just a mess. So it ended up having problems again. It started leaking again. Well, instead of me messing with it, because I figured it was internal this time, I took it to my local hydraulic shop. They took care of it. They rebuilt it. It worked last year. Till this year, I went to haul stone again, doing what I just did now, and it would not lift the trailer at all. I would have to take my loader and pull about 3 buckets off. Then finally it would load it. It would just sit there and go, bleh, and that was it. All right, so with that said, we went with this cylinder, a little bigger, higher rating, and it lifted it with no problem. Saved me from buying a pump. Even though that cylinder alone was about $400 with, labor and stuff, which technically isn't bad. I'm not sure where that one is made. Looks like it's better quality. I like it better than the other one. So the other thing is, if you look, there's a hydraulic line. So there's an added hydraulic line. There's a pressure up, pressure down. Well, there was one problem with this. And if you look in my old video, I'll put a link in the description. I'll put a link in the description for, some other information here on this. And if you look at my welds and whatnot like that, I'm a backyard welder. I get things done good enough and they work for me. But I took some angle iron that I had, some pieces of other flat steel. This stuff here is actually railing to pallet racking, and I put it in, and it made a huge difference. So the other problem that was going on with this, because of the down pressure, and I'll demonstrate here, you'll hear the pump run, and that actually pulls the trailer down. So let's bring it down. That's all you should do. So just for a second, I'll show you. That motion right there was working on my trailer. So I'll show you what happened, and I'll show you what more I did to it. So what was happening, that back rail and the brace where the truss or the cylinder mounts to was working on that back rail. And literally what was happening, this rail was moving. So I literally had to re-weld these welds back. This thing is a major challenge with that, with the coating they put on it, because it just seemed like the welder could not make conduction right to weld. And those professionals out there, you're probably laughing at me. That's okay. I admit I'm not a professional welder. That is why I did not video this welding. I'm just putting this information out there to let people know of this situation. So I used what I had, but I did buy some plate steel. This is 3/16, and I welded it with 5/32 rod and welded it to this brace. And then, as you can see, all through here, welded that, painted it all up. It's a dump trailer. It's going to get nicked up, scratched up, dirty, blah, blah, blah. So they trussled it or braced it all the way around in the back and in the front. They did nothing for this brace except there and in the big brace with a truss right there. So I added this. I added the rails going forward in the form of like half of an H, and then added that to the lowest point as best I could all the way around. And now, because what was happening, you'd go up, it would move back. If you come down, it would go forward. Now it doesn't move at all. How long will this last? I don't know. It may last my lifetime, or till I decide to sell it, or it goes to the junkyard. I don't know. But I just want to let everybody know out there, be wary at checking out your dump trailer. I don't care. I didn't look at any other brands. I know Brymar is sometimes the best model out there. This thing came in front of me and it was a deal, and I bought it 5 years ago. I've had people that wanted to buy it because it came with the cover. It came with ramps to haul equipment, and I have done that with this trailer, so I have no complaints there. As you can see, there's the ramps. I wanted a swing gate, and then obviously the ramp hookups on the back. And then, you know, I said swing doors, and it'll also, you can tailgate with this as well. So I thought it was good for the money I paid for it at the time, and now they're even more money for these dump trailers. Now, I haven't really priced one crazy lately, but they're probably, you know, close to get one similar to this, probably $8,000 range. I paid $6,400 for this. Did I use this pretty good in the last 5 years? The bed will show. I never painted the bed or nothing yet. So far, so good. You have maintenance with things, and this is no exception. So just a little information to pass out there. Drop me a comment down below. I'm not afraid. Maybe I did something wrong or whatever, but this is my fix for my dump trailer. And between welding that in, not counting my time, and replacing that cylinder, I have about $700 in it. I wanted to mention this too because of the down pressure of this thing. My hydraulic shop added that line right there and put an orifice on it, so that way it has very minimal down pressure, so it doesn't pull on the trailer too much. Which it will help the frame very much, and it still will go ahead and work properly. So I'm gonna get this finished cleaned up. Since it worked well, I'm very, very extremely happy about that, and I got stuff to haul. So I'm gonna sweep that out the back there, close the gate up, and go get some more stone. I got another property to dump some on, so thanks for watching. This is GMEC. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment. Negative or positive, doesn't matter to me. I thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, you know, put out there, all content creators out there, you know, don't cost you a dime. Just hit that thumbs up button, and thank you for coming and taking your time to watch my videos. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and keep on wrenching.